for persistency, as a mom, you know, and as a business partner. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, Hall of Fame producer, Mr. Not worldwide, but does a lot of traveling, right? Follow him on Instagram, Frederick Marichal.
Let's go, Freddie!
Formerly from TD Bank.
That's my massage, I appreciate it. If you guys don't mind just standing for a minute. Oh, this is loud. Oh, this is good.
You're important.
I like it. You fixed it around time, huh? Just so we can kind of wake up a little, you know. I don't know why you guys sleeping on me. Alright, let's get started here. Alright, so really quick, I'm going to be talking, obviously, what to focus on in the field. I'm loud now, so I don't need that. So you guys can actually sit down. Now I feel I'm like in church or something. Can't do that. So obviously I'll start with the joining Family First Life. Obviously I've been in the business now for a year and a half. I come from the financial field industry. I used to be a financial advisor for TD Bank. And it was a comfortable position, a comfortable job. I mean, I was only 25, I had everything I needed to have at that period of time. But I always wanted to be like business owner, wanted to be kind of my own. And it just bothered me at some point. I had great bosses and leaders, but it bothered me that they had to either way tell me what to do. That like inside bothered me and I didn't feel comfortable with it. So I was looking at other places and I found Family First Life on TikTok. And I wanted to join the industry a long time ago, but the only thing that I didn't like is that you have to like chase your friends and families. And I was like, well, I don't want to be in a business where 6 months later I'm like, I'm broke because I don't have any more friends and families or people on Facebook to, you know, send messages to. So when I learned a little bit about Family First Life, that you know they have a whole CRM, they have a league system, you know, there's free training. Obviously, you get over 100% commission. To me, it was a no-brainer, right? Because now I'm going from a level where I'm not, you know, comfortable now to always, you know, 100% commission, right? So I didn't mind the activity. I didn't mind working. I actually enjoy it, and I knew I had a passion for helping others, and I knew the value of life insurance. So with that being said, obviously I started a year and a half ago. I mean, put a limit where, you know, I gave my 2 weeks notice. I had a conversation with Eric after finding the opportunity on TikTok. Asked him about a couple of questions I had. He kind of just answered my questions, and then from there I kind of moved forward. You know, I didn't like tip until like into the pool. I just dove in. So honestly, and then after that, I mean, started. I probably helped my first family 3 weeks into it. If I can go back to it, I should have given my goal like, you know, I gotta help my first families within the first week instead of a month. So, and what it is, I tuned into the system right away. Like I started purchasing leads, even though it was a little rough in the beginning. You know, where you like have to invest $1,000 and you don't know if you're gonna get it back. It's a little scary. But I knew like if somebody can, if I saw other people doing it, so I was like, if they could do it, I can definitely do it. I can definitely figure it out. So during that period of time, at least for my first month, my biggest thing was I wasn't really coachable. I thought I knew it all, which I didn't. Obviously, I was new to the business, so I had to understand that. And second, the moment I started becoming coachable and learn from other people, that's when I started helping families. Because then the things I wasn't doing, they were showing me the way. And from there, I was able to, you know, call a specific period of time, say the specific script that will give it to the appointment. And then third, help the family at the end of the day, right? I didn't get no think about it. I didn't get no have to check with my friends or my lawyer or my housewife, whatever it was. I didn't get none of those suggestions. Now, so why I joined Family First Life? For me, it was, I asked myself when I was in TD Bank, like, do I see myself here 5 years from now? The answer was no. So I knew I needed to find something else. And obviously, with Family First Life, it gives you the opportunity where you control your own schedule, right? You also control your own income as well. And you get, I mean, you're gonna make as much as you work, right? And I wanna have that power back. So having that opportunity, I needed to maximize it. Now, talking about my topic, what to focus on the field, at least for me, I'm kind of doing like a hybrid approach. I still work on the field most of the days. But in regards to that, the first thing you want to do is prepare the night before, right? So we're talking now after dial days. Typically dial days are Monday and Thursdays. Night before, just like Aphrodite does an excellent job with, you have to prepare. You have to get your leads ready, you have to have your door knocks ready. What I mean by the door knocks, you have to implement a road warrior. Not sure if you guys are familiar with it. Basically, you can do an unlimited amount of leads, It will basically analyze like based on your traveling, where door knocks are available and which is like fastest route to get to them. That way you're efficient between appointments. Now I have a rule where I want a door knock between like one door knock per appointment. So, you know, if I saw one family, Miss Mary at 8:30, right, and I finish with her by like 9:15, before I get to my 9:15 appointment, because I don't want to be early, I just want to do a door knock like nearby. It could be to potentially help them then, or to just set up a follow-up schedule for tomorrow or the following time I'm in the field. Now, in regards to the door knocking itself, obviously you do have to leave delivery notice if you were not able to see that person at that period of time. And then in the delivery notice, I like to kind of freak them out a little bit. I'm not sure if you guys have any delivery notice, but that's like a third attempt. I don't care if it's my first time or 15 time me being there. I always put the third attempt and I say, call me ASAP. They'll call me like I think in Spanish. Oh, I don't know, I never ordered a package to Amazon, but somehow I have a package in my house. I was like, yeah, this is me. I'm your FedEx guy for your shirts. In regards to that form you filled out. Obviously, remain consistent and disciplined. I mean, this business is so difficult when you first start off, because you have to understand, like, those who come from like a 9-to-5 job, you used to, I mean, you don't make it there by 9 to 5, your boss is calling you where you at, right? Or giving you a award and all of this. But here, the crazy thing for me was going into the mindset where I needed to understand that if I was working super hard for the bank, how come I don't do the same for me? And I'm not saying I learned that right away, it took me time, but that was kind of my mindset moving forward. So when I first started, in my mind, I saw Eric as my boss. So I always thought in my head, I was like, okay, if Eric calls me at 8:30 or 9, and I'm still home and just waking up, how embarrassed I'm gonna be. You know what I mean? So after I got that in my mind, like, okay, Eric is my boss, I need to obviously be on time, gotta be in the field, doing some type of activity. That way when he calls me, I'm not like, oh yeah, I'm just having lunch here with my significant other. And be like, what, having lunch, bro? It's like 11, what are you doing? So I started with that mindset, because I understood, like, you know, you go from a 9-to-5 job to a job where now it's like 24/7, it's your career, right? You make it where you make it. I didn't want to be in a situation where, you know, I saw other people who started with me hit Hall of Fame and I didn't hit Hall of Fame. I think that would hurt me, you know, having that regret of not going full out. So, you know, I used everybody else who was Hall of Fame before, all the mentors, to see like how can I make it happen? How can I consistently make it happen? And you narrow down the numbers, and it's really not that difficult. I mean, like 35 families a month. Anybody can do it, if you're working, obviously. Not a lot of people work. So I wanted to, now, in regards to the high activity, obviously, the craziest thing is I could have 20 appointments and go for like 18, I mean, honestly, 0 for 18. And I did one door knock that day, that was the only family I helped out. I could have been another person and be like, oh, door knock? Nah, I have to get to this appointment. But just because I door knocked that person, I was able to make some income for myself and my family. And also make sure that family is protected. So that's what I mean with high activity. I like to have no time to think in the field. Because at the end of the day, I mean, the more time you think, we're humans. We're gonna think, oh, let's just take a lunch or take a bathroom break, or I don't know. Let me call my significant other and go out to the mall. Like I want to just go from appointment to a door knock, appointment to a door knock. Obviously, you take a break in between. And you just want to stay that consistent. Obviously, with high activity, you're always going to have positive results. I mean, there's no way you can fail if you're obviously working and focusing on the right things. Now, the next thing I want to mention in regards to obviously what to focus on the field is that whenever you're in a home, and you get that a lot from like new guys, they feel like a little embarrassed to like follow up with somebody to like help them out. And I knew what made the difference for me was when I had the confidence enough that I could call Eric in a home while I'm putting the work, that he's gonna help me out and guide me in the right direction. And that's something that, because some people have a lot of fear going out there and putting themselves, risking, kind of, risking something out there where you're not risking anything if you're working, because you're gonna get it back. They feel like they don't have the right support, and you're not gonna get the right support if you're not putting the right activity. Because if I wasn't out there was no way that Eric's gonna follow up with me and tell me, like, what are you doing today? No, because he's busy enough, also hustling for his family as well. Now, one final thing I want to do. So, obviously, don't be afraid to challenge yourself on a daily basis. Because things that you do on a daily basis will compound, and you won't see it. Maybe you won't see it for 2 weeks. Maybe see it for a couple months. By the end of the year, you'll be thankful for what you did. So just constantly have daily goals, daily activities, and trust me, now yourself or your family will also thank you later. Hopefully that helps. If you guys have any questions.